The iMac G3 quickly became one of my favourite computers shortly after acquiring one earlier in the year, and one thing I was looking forward to was watching videos on its genuinely nice CRT display, along with non-blown speakers to treat my ears. However, there was one problem. It is indeed an old computer, as if you couldn't tell from the massive back. Oh my gosh. In fact, it's the oldest computer I own, being from the year 2000, with my other ones at least being from the early 2010s or mid-2000s. To put into perspective how old it is, it predates Windows XP. This also means its specs are very up to date. macOS 10.3, released only 21 years ago. A PowerPC G3 at a staggering 400 megahertz. A single gigabyte of RAM. And a 120GB SSD. Wait, that shouldn't be in there. And to top it all off, an ATI Rage 128 Pro GPU with 8... you already know what I'm going to say, megabytes of video RAM. This immediately made me worried because, well, how much would I need to compress videos for them to play smoothly? I had no clue, and because of that, this iMac would take me on a ride and a half to find that out. It all started with me trying to simply downscale the quality of a video down to at least 360p. I wasn't an expert on the concept of video formats, bit rates, frame rates and all that junk back then, so I thought simply dropping the quality would do the trick. It worked for me in the past, so no, this is what I got. The iMac tried so hard but couldn't even achieve 1 FPS. So what about 240p? No dice. 144p? Well, kinda, but now I can't see it. Then I remembered, on my iMac's box it says DV, and there's an ancient video format also by the name of DV, so I decided to give that a shot. The only thing was, I needed to find a video converter that did such a thing, and the only one I could find was one by the name of MPEG Streamclip. It does convert to DV, but please, please, please don't use this format nowadays. It is woefully inefficient. But the most important thing, did it work on the iMac? Well, yes, it did. But I don't think it works as well as it could. You can see the frame rate is still stuttering by quite a bit, and I didn't want to transfer videos in the gigabytes over the iMac's USB 1.1 interface. I needed to find a different way of doing things. Enter macrumors.com, where someone seemed to have exactly what I was looking for. A video converter made just for old PowerPC Macs. The package from the forum post contained a converter called G3V, 2 video players, MView and MViewX, and a test video. I followed the instructions, dragged the video into the converter, waited a little while, and it was done. I then dragged the now converted video to MViewX because it's more suited for G3 processors, and oh my god! At least it did. On macOS Tiger. Yes, as I said earlier, this iMac runs macOS 10.3 Panther, and while G3V works on it, MView and MViewX simply do not. They crash upon trying to open, and while I used to have Tiger on this iMac, I don't like how it performs. I find Panther runs much better, and I didn't want to slow the whole Mac down just for video playback. Also, MViewX only allowed me to control the video time with the keyboard and had no UI controls. I really wanted to get it as good as possible, but at this point I had tried almost everything I could think of. Different video players would either perform slower or just would not play at all. I was running out of ideas. The light was fading. My spirits were downing. Okay, it wasn't the end of the world. But then, I just so happened to stumble upon a video where someone had already done what I was trying to accomplish now 8 years prior, but even still, it had the answer I was looking for, and I thought I would summarise what I did. Using a program called Any Video Converter 6.1.5, I was able to convert to so many legacy formats, from more common ones such as MP4 or WMV, to ones specifically for old media players. What I was interested in is this, MPEG-1 movie. Selecting this was the first part. Next I had to tweak all the little things. The video size was set to 640 by 480, quality was set to normal, bitrate was set to 1500, aspect ratio set to 4:3, and the frame rate was set to 25. As for audio, I just left it on the default settings. I exported it, transferred it to the iMac, and it worked exactly as I'd hoped. Now, it does still have a few frame rate stutters, particularly when it's windowed or when I bring up the UI controls in full screen. But these are incredibly nitpicky things that can be forgiven. Let's remember what specs we're working with here. It is impressive what a 25-year-old computer is capable of, even if it does require a few workarounds. But the most important question on my mind right now, can it play Shrek? You betcha it can.